Welcome back, TMS family. You're now watching the TMS Book Club here at the Book Circle Capital with me, your host, Tshwanelo Serumola, and today we are joined by an amazing author, Tshidiso Moletsane. Hi, Tshidiso.
Hello, Tshwanelo.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so today we're going to be discussing your book, Junx, right? So please do tell us more about what was your decision behind writing your first novel.
So I had been, by the time I eventually got Junx published, I had been rejected a couple times, right?
Yes.
So at that point, it was just a strong sense of spite that drove me, because the only thing that drove me to finish the book was just to prove to myself that I could get the book published. So a lot of anger and just I'm going to do this one way or another. That was the whole thing that drove me to finish the book, and I did eventually get published.
So it is a story about drugs, crime. So please do tell us more about the storyline.
Okay, so the story is about a young man between, let's say, 19 and 21 years old.
Yes.
The story takes place over a day. It starts in Soweto, moves to Braamfontein, Melville, Newtown, right? The guy, he has an imaginary friend who spends the course of the story with him, so the whole day. It's basically the story goes through his day with him and his imaginary friend.
Yes,
and as
that's interesting.
And as the story progresses, he slowly loses his mind kind of over the progression of the story.
Wow.
Because he has deep mental health issues, and it kind of presents itself.
That is, I really like that you writing, more on mental health issues, because I feel like those are, topics that people need to be taking seriously in today's day and age. So what is the most important message for you from the book Junx?
The story I was trying to put across at the time really was just about a lot of just anger and frustration at the country and at, the circumstances that we find ourselves in.
Yeah, no, I think people can relate to that, right? Because there's so much that people can be angry about, in the economy, the struggles that they endure. So would you say that actually comes to life in your book?
It is, and the interesting thing about it, right, when I was writing the book, right, I wrote the guy to be very, very angry, very, just, how can I say this, very, offensive.
Wow.
Not a very likable guy.
Yes, is this your character?
Yeah, he's the protagonist in the book, right?
Okay.
So a lot of people seem to resonate with the guy. So I found that very surprising that most people are like, oh, I can see myself in this person. I know someone who's exactly like this dude.
Yeah.
So I think that the capturing the idea of just a very, very angry black South African was very...
So I actually love how you tell us more about your writing journey, right? And how you've been writing for a number of years.
Yes.
So I know that you've also won the Sunday Times Literature Awards.
Yes.
So please do tell us more about that. How has that impacted, your writing? Are you more confident now?
Interestingly, the opposite. I think the thing I'm struggling with now is the negative expectations. I think now that's a thing now that I kind of have to I'm wary
the
of.
expectation.
Yeah, when I have to get into the next thing now. So I feel like it's sort of a lot of undue pressure.
Yeah, is it?
Whatever.
No, I think you're being too hard on yourself. I mean,
that's also possible. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely do believe so. I actually do know that there are some traumatic experiences, right, that are portrayed, that come out in the storyline, and I believe that maybe you have experienced some of that yourself, like being robbed, being mugged. Tell us about that. Is that maybe what also prompted you to write this book?
So a lot of the stuff that takes place in the book are things that either happened to me or to someone that I know.
Yes.
So it's a lot of just it's a collection of a bunch of stories that happen to
and
a
then
bunch
they
of
just
people.
somehow
So I tell people this a lot. It's my friends don't know, but we really collaborated on this book.
Yes.
Because there's a bunch of different stories about it, a bunch of different things that happen.
I love that. I love how you take one from here, take one from there, and you put it all together.
Yeah.
And now it's literally the manifestation of Junx.
It's also the acclaim that it has gotten has been very
I love that. It is very well acclaimed, well received, and I really do love that
very
for you.
Unexpected.
Very unexpected for you, right? But it is just the power of your writing, and I absolutely, it is a pleasure. So please do tell us more about where we can find your book. I'm pretty sure we can find it here at the Book Circle Capital, but also where else can we get it?
I'm quite sure the book is available at most bookstores. I've seen it everywhere I've gone. Really. I'm kind of vain to a degree, so I kind of look for it in bookstores, and I've seen it everywhere.
I like that. No, you should, as you should.
So
yeah. Okay.
Man.
No, that is absolutely amazing. So in closing, I would want to know, as you mentioned, it is a book about crime, and you mentioned that there is a lot of anger and frustration. But what would you say is the most important thing that you want readers to take from the book?
The book might not suggest this, but I would like to encourage people to not read this book and then come out of it being despondent or fatalistic.
Okay.
I hope you have the opposite view of life
Yeah.
that the book espouses by the time you get to the end of the book. I hope you see life differently and you're not as
So from a
angry.
different lens, different perspectives
the
that you
opposite.
want.
Don't do what this guy. Don't be this person.
Don't be this
Try-
person, do the opposite.
Do the opposite of everything. Just don't be this person.
Do you think we will get another one? Like, is there a follow-up?
There won't be a follow up to Junx. Junx
Okay.
it's just a.
But are you planning on writing more books?
Yeah. I'm working on. I hopefully will start working on the next one. But yes, I have an idea for the next thing. So
Okay,
hopefully one day you'll see it in bookstores.
Love that. I'll hold you to it because we definitely want to see more of your work.
Yeah.
There you have it, TMS family. That was Tshidiso Moletsane telling us about his book Junx, and I'm pretty sure you can find it here at Book Circle Capital and also all your other amazing bookstores. I am your host, Tshwanelo Serumola, and thank you so much for joining us on this part of the show, the TMS Book Club.